Things between the Thunder and the Warriors are getting a little bit testy. I'm sorry. I apologize.
That's good. I liked it.
Thank you. So it's time to wake up, NBA! Welcome to Wake Up NBA, presented by State Farm. My name is Dan, that is Susanna, and let's talk nut kicks. Nut kicks. Okay.
We're nuts for nuts.
By the time many people will see this, there will probably be some sort of decision.
Okay.
So, right or wrong, should Draymond Green have been or should not have been suspended for his kick that appeared to be, it's not like he ran after him to kick him.
No.
But he was playing out of control and wildly and ended up kicking Steven Adams in the groin again.
The more that I watched the
Yes.
replays of it, I mean, that was a kick.
It was.
Like, that was, I feel like there was a little bit of intent there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it was an accident. And so when it first happened, I was kind of like, well, you know, it was just one of those things. But
Right.
the more that I watched it, the more I thought, well, you know what? I think he was looking for the junk. I think that was the target.
So a flagrant 2 is unnecessary and excessive.
Okay.
He didn't get a flagrant 2.
He got a flagrant 1.
He got a flagrant 1. Of course, he can be suspended after the fact.
And we saw that Dante Jones
Yes.
was suspended for a similar incident with
Bismack
Biyombo. So,
Yes.
and he got 1 game, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So the NBA does have a history
Sure,
of
there's
that
a precedent.
particular
There is a precedent.
aggressive act. And make no mistake, take it from me.
I have never experienced it, but
It's an aggressive act.
Yes.
It is an aggressive act. Here's what I think is actually the bigger deal. The
Okay.
bigger deal to me is Draymond Green was playing out of control. And what you want from Draymond Green is a little bit of that. You want him playing an inch out of control, just slightly wild and crazy because he does so many things so well, his aggression with the ball, his aggression on defense. But when he goes beyond, and much in the same way that when Russ, who plays with that same sort of aggression and passion, when he goes beyond, it hurts the Thunder.
Absolutely.
When he shoots too much, when he tries to do too much on offense. And I think that's the big deal for Golden State. When he's playing like that, everybody feeds off of that positively or negatively.
So you think that he was he trying to sort of energize his team at this point? Was this
So, okay.
What is the mentality?
So Draymond feeds off of
like
getting into the minds of opponents.
Yes.
He feeds off of trash talking the crowd. And Oklahoma City arguably has the most aggressive, most passionate home base of any team in the NBA. So I feel like that got him overheated. And that it screwed everything up. Golden State was missing easier, more open shots.
Yes, they were.
And
OKC was making him pay for it.
So absolutely they were.
Just the question is now, like, if he does, you know, miss a game, which he very likely he could miss game 4.
Right.
What now? They're down Draymond Green.
Right.
Like, what do you do? What do the Warriors do?
So he's the engine that makes that offense go because it allows them to play not small, but that position small. And whereas losing Steph is enormous, he's the MVP, he's arguably the best player in the game, they can adjust to that and still play a similar style, and Klay stepped up like we saw him do. I think the big thing, too, is we're not giving nearly enough credit to Oklahoma City here.
Yes.
Because their adjustments and ability to go small, we saw them go big against San Antonio, to go small against Golden State, to match up and switch defensively like they did, to see what Dion Waiters was able to do even against Draymond, not taking stupid shots. I think a lot of credit has to go to there. They're arguably the best rebounding team left in the playoffs.
And they're so good in transition, as we talked about earlier. They, Warriors were missing a ton of easy shots, and they
turned them into points.
Took advantage of that.
Absolutely.
Turned them into points. They're playing the best basketball they've played all season right now.
Absolutely. To you, what is now jumping out to you about the East following Toronto's win in Game 3? Coming back home, we the North getting it done.
I have to, so for Toronto to take Game 3, there was a whole lot of things that had to go right for them that happened in that game. Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love went somewhere. We don't know where.
Yes.
And then as Kyle Lowry goes, you had kind of mentioned this, we talked earlier today, as if he plays well, so do the Raptors. Huge amount of credit to Biyombo, Biyombo, 26 rebounds. And I'm also super impressed with how they've adjusted defensively. They were really, really protecting the paint in Game 3. They hadn't really done that in the first 2 games. I think they had allowed like 106 points in the paint before that. only 20 in Game 3. So, I mean, it's very encouraging. All of a sudden, it didn't look like they were going to make any noise in this series, and all of a sudden, it's kind of like, well, let's
doing it without Jonas Valanciunas, such a key player for the Raptors. Yeah, you're right. And Kevin Love, Kyrie Irving, Love, I think below 5 points and 5 rebounds. He's done it 8 times in his career, hasn't done it in 5 years. Kyrie was ice cold.
Not pretty. They're 4 for 28 combined.
Not terribly worried about the Cavs at this point, because you're right. I think they go as Kyle Lowry go. I think he's leading the playoffs in total minutes played. So game to game, you don't know where his legs are going to be. He goes 4 of 14 his first 2 games. So yes, I think they can eke out another win, maybe. But I don't think it's going beyond 6.
I mean, the Cavaliers, I think this was a good wake-up call for them. They had been obviously cruising through these playoffs.
Yes.
This was kind of a moment to take a step back, reassess.
But if they do get Valanciunas back, it certainly changes the dynamic of what the Raptors can do. Here's the big question. Who wins in the West, Thunder Warriors, and how many games?
I'm going Thunder.
In how many?
In 7.
Thunder in 7. So winning Game 7 in Golden State.
Yep. I see this team as being really, really mentally strong right now. They believe that they can win.
Yes.
I mean, the Warriors aren't going to roll over and die, let's be honest. We know that about them.
Correct.
But I'm giving the edge to OKC.
So it almost feels like to me, so it's just haymaker after haymaker.
Yep.
The Thunder go into Golden State and win Game 1. Golden State comes back, murders the Thunder in Golden State at Oracle. And then in Game 3, of course, the biggest annihilation of all. It almost feels like the Jurassic Park order of like the Raptors and then the T-Rex and then what was the Indominus Rex? Is that what it's called?
I can't remember.
And then there was the thing that was in the water that was eating everything. They're taking it up every game, and it's so damn entertaining.
Dan.
Thank you very much. I'm going Golden State in 7 because I think they have the coaching edge in that sort of push and pull of strategy. I think Steve Kerr gets it done.
Billy Donovan, though.
Unbelievable job in his rookie year.
Bravo, buddy.
Just the adjustments, the growth of...
So impressive.
Absolutely. The growth of Dion Waiters, the way that they are just able to be versatile for the first time in a long time. It's been great. All right. That is Susanna. My name is Dan. This has been Wake Up NBA presented by State Farm. We'll see you next week.